sign of an honesty. Probably the reason you get sucked by me if improperly addressing she in my presence. Blind with pride, just live the dream. Make to believe that.
So, on behalf of Local 3621, the EMS Officers Union, and all of EMS, because Jose here during the pandemic in our darkest hour made sure that all the stations were fed. He went and got people to cook for us. He went to telemetry. He went to MBU. He went to all these places and made sure that we were taken care of. So we want to say thank you to Jose and his bike club, his motorcycle club, Hustle Kings, because all of them chipped in for it. And Jose, thank you very much, brother.
I don't even know what to say. I don't do this for this. I know I have plaques sitting in a lot of places. I knew you would set me up. But it was a trade-off. I decided to do something for great people, and it paid both back because I had a heart attack in May, and Anthony was the first person I called, and him and the EMS guys saved my life. So I'm here today because of EMS. So it's weird how I did this for EMS prior to having a heart attack, but it worked out. And I want to thank you guys for the service you give New York. Without you guys, New York would really be in a bad place. And I respect and love what you guys do, and thank you very much. I'm honored.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Jose, thank you.
Wow,
Thanks for taking care of us through COVID.
I feel like a champion. I have a lady in Coney Island. She's calling me every day. She's like, we did some stuff.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm gymkhanajosh, and welcome to Beyond the Apex, where we talk motorcycle, everything, and then some. For all of our regular viewers out there, there's no need to adjust your TV sets or your monitors. Your boy gymkhanajosh got a little bit of a tan over the weekend. I was down in Florida. I was at Jennings GP. I went to the Certified Knee Draggers March Madness event. It was a blast, even though we were out in the middle of the swamp and had no cell signal like the entire time. But I still had a fun time. And actually, we got a couple guys here with us tonight that we can talk about the event. But before we get to that, if you look over to my left and to your right, you will see the lovable and cuddleable Butter, my co-host. Butter, what's up, man?
What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? It was a great weekend, man. We had a lot of stuff going on up here, too. So while y'all was having fun down there, we was having fun up here, too. We had some great events. We had Shape's birthday party over the weekend, and we had Cats MC grand opening of their clubhouse.
Oh. So
it was an interesting weekend. Yeah, it was a really good weekend.
Okay. Hey, explain to the people at home what they watched as far as that little intro video. I played the one that you sent me on WhatsApp.
Yeah, so I received this award today from the vice president of the EMS FDNY union. His name is Anthony Amagero. He's an amazing guy who fights for the rights of EMS workers throughout the city. When the pandemic hit last March, I had just came back from Daytona, and New York was getting like out of control. Everybody was just like, what the hell is going on? Places were being closed. People were being told to stay home from work. Like schools closed down. It was a mayhem. But the only people that really had to go to work and continue living life regularly were EMS workers. And as I watched the news and all this stuff unfold, these EMS workers were being interviewed and they weren't able to go home. They were stuck at the job, not because they wanted to, because they didn't want to bring a potential virus home to their families. And a lot of these EMS workers have kids, have elderlies at home, you know. You leave your kid with your mother, your father, your grandmother. So, in talking with Anthony, we noticed there was EMS workers like sleeping in their cars. They were setting up tents inside the stations. Like I went to station 27 and I saw like sleeping bags on the floor because some stations don't have like full bedding. Excuse me, and it was real sad because I'm like, wow, like the hardest work is in our city can't get a good square meal and can't even go home to their families because they're keeping an oath. The oath is to help everybody. So me and my guys decided to, play it forward and show these people that they appreciate it. So we went out and we reached out to almost every EMS station house from like early April to the end of May. We were going to different houses every day and just bringing a home cooked meal from the heart to all these EMS people, and every station got like a different meal. I must have had over 40 people, 50 people cook for different station houses. I mean, the list is retarded. It was just so many people. I mean, I wish I have everybody's name, but just to mention a few, I had a young lady by the name of Maureen Paris. She used to be my old boss, and she was like, "Yo, I'll cook," and she cooked multiple times for stations up in the Bronx. I had personal Hustle King members, family members. I had, I met up with, I actually reached out in a post, and Hollywood Stunts. He's the GOAT here in New York. Shout outs to Hollywood. He actually put together a crew of different cooks, different people who had um, different culinary skills. One owned a restaurant, one did food prepping, and one was doing keto food. Like all different people from all different ways of life that contributed food. Um, he must have sent me about 8 different cooks, and each cook gave something to a different house. It was just amazing. Puerto Plata food, in which I have now a personal relationship with him. He's an amazing guy. I mean, a story with him, the link that I have with him now is just like so amazing. He said, I never personally went to pick up the food because I was so busy interacting with so many EMS stations and people and taking phone calls. When my guys went to Queens and picked up the food and then brought it to the station house, my guy called me and was like, "Yo, this dude gave us multiple trays of like lobsters and shrimps, and this is how much he went out. This was all free. This was all donated food." And I was like, "Lobsters and shrimps?" He's like, "Yo, this place, like, they went all out." And I reached out to him and I was like, "Yo, dude, you really, like, you made all these people that are working hard happy. Like, this gesture. Some people would make dishes and pasta. This dude like laid out a massive seafood, blowout, and it was pretty dope because I continued to do business with him. It actually wound up that he catered my birthday party, and the relationship is still built. So this whole epidemic thing built a lot of great relationships with me and a lot of people. The actual first person that I actually reached out to donate food was a Sunset Bagels. They're based here in my hometown, in my community, and they were the first ones to feed Station 40, which is Anthony Almagero's house. Um, um, my boy Angelo, man, he was going through a tough time. He had to lay off a lot of workers. He took a real hit on his business, but this guy provided like a $400 breakfast spread: bagels, croissants, muffins, orange juice, coffees. I mean, it was endless. Like, I was unloading the truck, and the people at the station house was like, "This is for us. This is more than enough." And an amazing experience, man. And I know I received the award, but the award was given to me based on the hard work of a lot of people. It wasn't just me. It was just, I was the conduit which organized everything, and I was on the phone with people, and I was on the phone with Anthony and making sure I get to this house and that house, and then making sure there was no mistakes and everybody got there on time, because we were trying to shift. We were trying to keep the shifts as they changed. So we were trying to get, the morning and the evening shift together so that in the interaction, people can eat.
Yeah. Anybody that was following us during the pandemic, they know, man, you stayed busy. Some people were just, locked in their house, stayed in their house, didn't do much of anything. But Butter was out. He was out there in the streets just making things happen.
And it's crazy how the world comes full circle. So we started doing this in March, planned this in March, and in mid-May, I caught a heart attack. On Mother's Day, I caught a heart attack. I was actually going to go to Puerto Plata Food, pick up my mom's Mother's Day tray, and bring it home to her. And at 8 o'clock in the morning, I caught a heart attack. Who did I call? I called Anthony Almagero. I said, "Hey, buddy, I'm having some chest pain. I don't feel good." By the time I got upstairs, there was a shitload of ambulances in my house. Like, literally wasted no time. He had everybody there, had lieutenants, had captains. And it's funny how it comes full circle, how I did a good deed for these people and they saved my life. Because when they got here, they already had me as a heart attack patient, even though I've never had a heart attack. But just describing how I felt, they already popped the nitrous in my mouth, the nitro in my mouth. They set up an IV and ran me straight because of their direct, like, correlation to just get me there and have me set up for a heart attack patient. There was very minimal damage to my heart. And that comes from, being able to catch it on time and having the EMS workers do their thing. So they saved my life. You know what I mean? So it's crazy how it comes full circle. Now, I didn't want anything. I didn't do this for likes or gains or whatever. Um, I explained to them that them saving my life was good enough because then my mama got to see her little boy a little bit more, you know?
Right.
But I appreciate them very much. There's a lot of people who continue to reach out to me and appreciate what we did. And I'm glad that I was able to do it because, you know, it showed how a tragedy can get people together. Even at the track, like this also comes full circle at the track. This tragedy brought a lot of people closer together. Even though now we still have people doing stupid shit, but real people got together. People helped promote each other's businesses, and people were buying from each other. I remember people making little masks, and I had a friend that I was PayPaling them money, and I'm like, yo, here's an extra $10, deliver masks to these people over here. They can't come outside, and I actually won a $5,000 a check from Disney. I remember ESPN gave me a $5,000 check and recognized me as a hometown hero. And what did I do? I gave half the money back to the to World Harvest, who was actually feeding people in my community and bringing food to people who couldn't come outside. I donated another $1,000 to the EMS FDNY fund because after we finished doing all this stuff, they were like, yo, things are opening up. If you want to donate the funds somewhere else, donate it to the fund. And then we wound up officially opening our charity organization, which to this day continues to do charitable work. So it all kind of worked out pretty dope. And I mean, it was cool. But after I had the heart attack, it was like people thought like, oh man, what's going to happen? Like, they're going to continue feeding people. And then I got a phone call from the prez and my other boy from Black City Tone. And he said, yo, we want to help out. And Shape reached out to me and Shape was like, listen, motherfucker, I can't afford to lose you right now. I need you to stay up. So you need to fall back and relax. And Shape and the Black City Riders continue to do their thing. They were cooking for 9/11 houses, other EMS houses, and they just kept it going. And until this day, they're still feeding communities and doing their drives and stuff. So it was so many people involved. So I understand that I received this award because I was the one who put it together. But this award really belongs to everybody in the bike community who participated. And I just want to say thank, man. I'm honored that, I didn't really want to meet up with Anthony because I knew something like this was coming. I was just trying to avoid it because I do a lot of charity work, which I don't talk about. And I got awards sitting in people's living rooms waiting for me to go pick up. But I don't do it for the awards. I don't. I mean, I've done charities and people are calling me and like, yo, you had a plaque here. We got to go. I'm like, all right, cool. Keep it. Hang it on your wall. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like it is what it is, though. So, that's and again, awesome, this whole pandemic. Thank you. And thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. It really means a lot that people, and I tell you, people donated. There was people that they couldn't cook because they didn't have the skills, the culinary skills, and they didn't want to food poison anybody. So they donated money. They would call me and they was like, yo, how much can I donate to feed a house? And I'm like, $40-$50, you buy some rice, some beans, some meat and stuff like that, and pasta, whatever. And I would take the $40 and I would go do groceries and buy boxes of pastas and bags of rice. And, there was people that were out of work that had no money. They weren't even getting unemployment yet. And they were like, look, we want to help. How can we help? I said, listen, can you please cook? I'll give you the money. I actually, even my aunt who wasn't working, I PayPal'd her some money or Cash Apped up some money. Man, she made rice and gandoos and pork and all that. And we were bringing food. And I even wound up meeting people that I didn't know from left field. Hollywood introduced me to so many people that they were just like calling me like, yo, we want to cook. I even had people say, yo, we want to cook on a weekly basis and provide food to a different house. So it was just amazing, man. And I'm really honored that they actually, gave me this award. I'm humble to put a little TMI today. I was like, I knew you were setting me up for something, Anthony. That's good. But I appreciate him, and he's a very good humanitarian himself. If you're in EMS, I know a lot of bikers are in EMS, vote Anthony Amajera in for your vice president. He's fighting to get you guys more wages, more money, and wants the city to recognize your hard work.
Right on. And like I said again, congrats, man. Let's bring on our guest for this evening. One thing, honestly, I could say about, well, not just one thing about Certified Knee Draggers events. There's a lot of things to say about Certified Knee Draggers events, but one thing especially that I could say about these events is that it is truly a family environment. If you're not family before you go to one of these things, you're family after. Um, first guest I want to introduce tonight, down the bottom left hand side of everybody's screen at home, is my boy PJ, my brother PJ. You know, before we went out to this event this weekend, man, I mean, we were like, you know, Facebook friends or Instagram followers, but we didn't actually ever meet in person. But man, from the minute we stepped on that tarmac and we had set up that tent, I felt like you were my brother right there, right then and there, for real. That was awesome.
Yeah, he's got a great vibe. I remember meeting him at New York Safety for the first time, and it was just like, it was like roast city. Like these guys like roast each other like instead of having conversations, it's like 99% roasting and 1% regular conversation.
Yeah.
And
you gotta laugh.
Yeah, but
We got too many serious people.
not only that too, though. But like PJ's one of those, like you were saying, like help coming to each other's, like having each other's back, helping each other out. Anything goes down at the track, PJ's one of those guys that's right there. He is right there helping. He's got wrenches, he's got rags, he's got whatever you need. Help push, set up a stand, man.
you know why I got a lot. You know why I got a lot because he has an old Jixer,
Oh,
so he's got to be fixed.
Damn. You know what? You know what? That's even funny. We can bring that up later. I didn't.
Shot fire! Shot fire!
All right. So now everybody at home, down at the bottom right-hand side of your screen, is no stranger to the show. He's actually been here before. He actually came on with Carlos and some of the other certified knee draggers. I guess that was like 6 months ago or something like that. It was a while ago. But down the bottom right-hand side, we got Jose, also known as Track Stars. He's like the motorcycle supermodel on Instagram. Please follow him. You've probably seen his stuff anyway. Or if you were down there this weekend, you saw him like James Bonding around in his suit. I don't even know if he rode, to be honest. He might not have even rode. He might have just worn the leather suit and walked around.
He probably sat posting on his Ducati, right? He was sitting on.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah, he said he's the Dominican Rossi. He only does and then runway.
Yeah. But for real, we had a blast at this track. This was my first time down at Jennings.
Yeah.
Butter, you ever been to Jennings before?
I went one time and it was kind of scary because it was hot as balls,
Yo.
and I almost passed out after the second session.
Yo, it was hot as balls down there.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was very hot.
But I hear you guys had a great time. So, were you guys able to track your lap times over there?
Yo, that's not even talk lap times. That's not even talk lap times. This track was one of the hardest tracks I've like ever been to, in the sense of captivating what it you know. You think like it's a flat track, it's gonna be easy. Like, you know, no elevation changes. You got runoff for days. You're really not watching anything. My man, I could not comprehend how wide this track was. Mm-hmm. Where I needed to be on. I was probably running like a slow intermediate pace, and I ride expert everywhere I go now. It's so difficult. I mean, I came back from an injury. This was my first time back from an injury in September, where I totaled my V4, and that I wasn't even thinking about that, but a lot of people brought it to my attention. It's like, oh, it's your first time back since the injury. Maybe that's what it is. No, this track is serious. It's super fun. It's fast, technical, and
let me ask you a question, because I know that we ride at one of the most technical tracks on the East Coast, right?
It's no New York. It's no New York safety track, though.
Let me pass.
Go ahead.
So we have 18 turns, 27 elevation changes. It's a little bit less wider, right? So when you're comparing tracks and you say it's a lot more difficult, is it difficult in the sense that it's wide and there's a lot of people, or is it difficult because it's not what we're used to riding?
I get. You make a. You know, when I started at New York safety is the most difficult. Probably one of the riskiest tracks too, because it doesn't have runoff, because it has all those elevation changes. You flying over Wheelie Hill, you could take flight.
I'm not there yet, but I know I've seen the pictures.
But again, I wouldn't say it's scary like New York safety. It was just it was so difficult for me to go fast there. I couldn't explain it what was going on in my head. Even with 3 full days, we had 3 full days to ride. And my man above Olito did I did take sessions off. I was out there doing a little bit of modeling and a little bit of a little bit of politicking.
So I know there was a lot of new faces because I know shout outs to Kristen and City from Black City family. They went out to the event. This was their first track event, and you know from what I see, it looks like they had a great experience, and that was just at Jennings. I'm hoping that when they come May 7th and 8th to the real nitty gritty certified how disgusting and degenerate we are. But, so now, I got a question for Polito. Being that you was on the Jigsaw, right? Because this is my first year on the Jigsaw too. How difficult is the track? Was it for you? One, because we're not riding this track so often. What did you find difficult going to this track that you don't go to often?
Well, what I normally do is I study the track. So I advise everybody, before you go to a track that you're not too familiar with, go on YouTube, watch a few videos, try to get familiar with the track. So me being the fiend that I am, that I did a lot of studying. And then when I got on the track and I actually felt it the first day, took it very easy. With a few instructors to learn the lines. And
you linked up with Jaden for
day 2.
A handful of laps too, didn't you?
I'm sorry?
You linked up with Jaden too for a handful of laps too, right?
I went to where?
Linked up with Jaden?
Yeah. Jaden, actually, he was telling me the whole first day, awesome kid. Whole first day, and then we the second day we went into intermediate, and the track was feeling good. There's a certain section of the tracks I didn't like. I would say my hardest part of that track was went to it would be 10. I would say 10, 9 and 10 going around because I didn't know how to come around that.
So how many turns did they have? How many actual turns did they have?
14, yeah.
Actual turns?
Yeah.
Well, they have 14 turns, but actual turns, I would one and then
12? 11 or 12?
Yeah, like I would say like 11, 12.
There's a couple like decreasing radius turns.
Yeah, like you had like turn 13 and 14, you could have went at it pretty hot. One, you could have went at it pretty hot. There's a few turns you go at it hot, but then the ones you gotta slow down, they're quick. And I wasn't used to that,
Quick.
They just come quick and I just wasn't used to it. But as you go, and you follow people that are better than you.
So what I learned my first time at New York Safety, I went one day. And I did very minimal. I learned, I observed, I did. But then I realized that you can't go one day. You have to do a weekend. Even if it's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Friday. Minimum 2 days. Figure it out in that one day. By the time you apply it again at the next track event, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, whatever you can afford, it's like you forgot it. So it's like if you want to get your money's worth from that first track day, you immediately want to go to the second track day. And you guys went 3 days. So I'm pretty sure from the first day to the third day, you guys went from novice to fucking Rossi and shit. Like, y'all running shit, talking shit on the track, right? Because Yandel was tagging me on videos, and I'm like, my man, when I see you next time, you better pedirme la bendición when you pass me. I know you're going to pass me, pero me tiene que pedir la bendición. You got to ask me,
That little kid is hilarious. He's a good kid, though. And for a little kid, he likes to push people, let me tell you.
Yeah.
He was hanging out with us the first day because he was there for a day. He was hanging out with us, and his, the way he goes about it is trash talk, but it's not in a bad way. is to push you, and then you're like, man, I'm gonna go faster because this little kid trying to, school me real quick.
So give me,
Throw him in the
But,
throw him in a
the
trash
scoop.
can.
So give me the
but
scoop.
then you get on the track, and then the guy just goes, shoom, and you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, that's why.
So give me
And then you're like, all right, no problem,
give me the
It's
scoop
bad.
give me the scoop on my girl Elisa. I know she was out there showing some dudes up because I know she's 18 years old, but people don't realize that she can ride her ass off.
Is she 18 already? I thought she was only 16.
She's like 18. She just graduated high school.
Oh, snap.
She was 13 when she passed me, but she's 18.
Oh.
Did you guys get to see her ride down there? You guys got to watch her ride?
If you want me to be honest, I was all over the place.
He was checking out the girls too. That's the problem. He was riding and checking out the girls.
Crazy. My girl would have
Yeah.
First off, we're not crossing those boundaries.
Lo
My girl
matan.
killed me. That's number one. Tracks life.
So I
Tracks
noticed
life,
all you guys took your wives with you. You see, ladies, if you want your man to stay loyal, let him go to the track. Everybody took their wives. Nobody took their side chick. You see, this is a family business. Track life is a family business.
Hey, shout out to Chachi, by the way.
Yeah. But let me tell you something. This track reminded me of my first track day. My first track day was last year, Fast and Reckless. And I was just like this. So much going on. I'm like, forget about riding, yo. Let me see everything else. These guys is flying. I want to be like them. So then, this event, it was just like, you see the same faces you seen at that event, and everybody's open hands, open arms, like, yo, long time, I haven't seen you in a while. What do you need help with? Everybody's out to help each other.
It's like coming home from prison, right? You just seen all your buddies that you haven't seen. I know I saw Sal over there. I saw a lot of people. So like, yo, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, it's like
stay home.
It's a vibe, yo. There's no negativity, none of that. It was just a vibe. I have my son there. My son went. Shout out to Ellie. She taught my little guy how to ride clutch while we were out there.
Yeah, a little pit bike.
Nice.
So it was dope.
By the way, I don't know if you
Dad
heard.
drove 8 hours from Miami to come hang out for one day.
It's cool as hell too.
It was pretty dope.
Yo, your family's mad cool. Actually, everybody in your family is cool. Your boy, he was asking me questions about like YouTube videos. He wants to be an aspiring YouTube star, and he was talking about virtual reality stuff. Then your dad was like singing to us at night when we were all sitting around drinking. That was a great time.
It was just a vibe, man. It's just I'm just trying to have a good time.
I know you wrote a lot of tracks. How did you find Jennings?
Jennings is kind of terrifying for me, honestly. Like, I'm not a big fan of high-speed tracks. Like, New York Safety, I love that because it is lower speed and it's technical. Most of my experience on motorcycles is, like, low-speed technical maneuvering courses. So, to be able to, like, hold my bike full throttle for so long and, like, top out third, blast into fourth, and hold fourth, it's like, man, like, this is just something I'm not really used to. And,
that was fun.
It was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was fun. But that back section there, going from 2 all the way down to 5 and 6. Like 5 and 6 is kind of deceptive, right? So you got to be kind of like scrubbing your speed between that last little bit right there before you hit the meatball. And that, I don't know, it just kind of terrifies me. I don't really know the limits of my brakes, and I don't know. It took me a while to figure it out. I think I got it by the end of the day on Sunday, like the last day. I finally figured it out, but yeah, it was just, to me, I'm not really a big fan of the high speed courses. I just prefer a technical course. But it was fun though. Don't get me wrong. It was fun.
I think there's Thunderbolt and Lightning. How does it compare to either one of those two? Is it more like Lightning or more like Thunderbolt?
I've only done Thunderbolt actually, but I'd say it's pretty similar.
Thunderbolt, right?
Yeah. It's pretty similar.
100% Thunderbolt, because Lightning is more is a smaller track, more technical.
I love Lightning.
I prefer Lightning over Thunderbolt, and it has the bow.
If you look at the schedule, I would say it's a big disappointment. And I love Charity. Charity, shout outs to Charity. She's the general manager of NJMP. But normally on the schedule, there's 1 or 2 weekends where they combine a Sunday, Monday, or Saturday, Sunday, like Thunderbolt Lightning. This year, nothing. It was so disappointing looking at the schedule that there's no back-to-back between Thunder and Lightning, because I believe like if you do one and then you do the other, you learn and you gain a little bit of like more knowledge. Like if you go from Thunderbolt, like you said, Thunderbolt is bigger than Lightning. But if you do Thunderbolt and then you go to Lightning, you take Lightning a little bit better. You know, you just did Lightning for the first time and you just go there gun ho, and you never been there, it's a little difficult. Especially when you go around the bowl. Like you're in the bowl at 100 and something miles an hour, you're like, woo! But you know, I like when they do that weekend Thursday, you know, like Thunderbolt Lightning, and they didn't do that. So it's a lot like Thunderbolt. A lot of guys like Thunderbolt. I like Lightning.
I've never been to Jersey. I might. I'm thinking of. Well, not thinking. I would like to try to make Jersey this year, sometime. But
It's
certified
actually
hazard.
closer. It's closer than New York Safety Track.
Is it?
And it's easier to get to.
Well, I'm closer to safety than I am to Jersey.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, Jersey's like 2 hours for me.
Yes, and so, but I definitely want to try Jersey. Everybody talks about it. All my friends, Jersey's where it's at.
If you find a schedule where they do a Thunderbolt Lightning back to back, you get your money's worth. I believe that's just my opinion. I'm nobody in this game. It's a really good weekend when you do both tracks. I know Yamaha and Kawasaki, we were looking actually to do a Yamaha day at Jersey. I would like for them to do Lightning, but if they don't, when that day comes, I'll let you guys know. It's like $49 or $99 to do the track day with us. So once that day comes, I'll let you guys know. So you can come out. I'll make sure I hook you guys up.
Shout out to Kristen and City, because they're in the chat right now just saying chase the meatballs at Jennings. And by the way, City's birthday. Meatballs. Happy birthday to City.
There were so many meatballs. OD for the sound, because motorcycles was OD loud. People, yo, Jennings is one of the most strictest tracks I've ever been to.
Yeah.
You know, yo, I got screamed at all 3 days. Every day I was getting some type of complaint. We were riding through the pit, you know, with no helmet. I had my girl on the back, and I couldn't even hear them, and they were announcing me over the loudspeaker.
Everybody else on the track heard. But they were oblivious, taking pictures.
Yeah. He was like one of those kids that don't listen in school. Like if he went to Catholic school, I'm sure the nun would have had a ruler on his hand every 5 minutes. Get off of there!
That's funny.
Go from there.
Hey, so it sounds like you guys had a really awesome weekend over there, and in New York, you know, we had a little something up here. We had a huge party. Shout out to the Cats MC. They had their grand opening in the clubhouse. We had Mr. Shape's birthday party, president and founder of Black City. Interesting weekend. There was a lot of parties, a lot of events. There was a lot of good riding, but I also saw some bikes pretty bad. So a lot of guys are not taking into consideration that the weather's still a little nippy. They're probably running around on 39 pounds of air pressure. I try to talk to people about this. So maybe you guys, as more advanced, skilled riders, can you explain to people how important it is to have proper tire pressure in these cold conditions? Please, Jose, I know you know.
Listen, tire pressure is everything, and I could tell you a nice little story. I was in novice, get to intermediate, get bumped, and you know, as a novice rider, you know, we ride on the track, we ride on the street the same exact way. You know, the only thing that we do different is that put tape on all the lights, and that's so when we crash, none of the glass gets on the track. That's the only modification that a novice rider does to his bike when he goes to the track. And I was feeling myself already, and I'm like, yo, I need to get bumped. And I wouldn't get bumped for the same reasons like you said. I am a knucklehead. I do not listen. I don't follow rules. I'm that kid that your mom always told you, I don't want you. If Jose's going, you can't go.
Ma, Jose's not going to New York Safety this year. Can I go?
Yeah, so I'm at New York Safety, and I'm like, yo, listen, it was an Evolve GT day combined with New York Safety, and I told Greg run. He's the owner of the track at New York Safety. I'm like, yo, I want to run intermediate. He's like, Jose, you're not ready. You're not ready. You don't listen. I'm like, Greg, come on, man. Anyway, I signed up with Evolve GT. I'm gonna ask Evolve GT to bump me. So I go to Brett, who's the manager for Evolve GT, and he's like, also, you think you're ready? You think you're ready to get bumped? We're gonna check you out today. And he sets me up with a coach. We go out. Boom, and like, is he ready? He has a couple things to work on. I'm like, what you mean? I'm faster than
What you
everybody.
mean, Boopy?
Yeah, what you mean? I'm faster than everybody in novice. You crazy? So, there's this coach. His name is Greg. I call him Polaco Loco because he's
Yeah. He's good people. Yeah, he's good people.
He is super fat. He's like, oh, you want to get bumped? You think you're ready? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go, Greg.
Like, follow me.
What it is. He's like, okay, you get ready. Hey, you got your tire warmers? I'm like, tire warmers? I don't need no tire warmers. Let me know. I'm ready. He's like, oh, you don't have tire warmers. So we go slow the first 2 laps. Up the tires. I'm like, no, we leaving the gate.
The gate.
Let me tell you how this is gonna go down.
Like, yo, I'm ready. He's like, oh, drink. Next session, we're up in 20 minutes. Get ready, okay? And I'm like, I'm just gonna wait right here. I was so hyped.
He's sitting at the gate like,
No, I'm at the pit right next to Will talking smack the whole time. He's like, oh, what you? I'm like, I'm ready to get bumped right now. I'm out of this novice, man. It's been a year and a half. It's been a year and a half. You know, it's like when you're waiting for your date to get out of jail, and you move the bump right next to the gateway. The little bubble, you get that bed right there, you know, because you going home, so you trying to get that. Yo, I'm out of here. So I'm at the gate talking shit with Will, which is a mechanic at New York Safety. Everybody knows his corner is right there next to the.
right before that. Yeah, he does the suspensions. He does the suspension.
You know? Yo, so I'm there, I'm waiting. Yo, boom, I see people lining up. I'm like, yo, I'm the first bike coming out. And Greg is like, wait, you can't go first, Jose. You gotta let the people go. I'm like, yo, let's go out, me and you first, man. He's like, no, because we have to look at you past people too, you know? It's not only speed. I'm like, yo, I got the speed, I got the passing, let's go.
Don't worry about the rest.
I just remember, I think it was Mike, one of the coaches, tells me, Jose, calm down. Like, your energy's too high. Just calm down, because I'm like, yo, I've been waiting for this trend. So, yo, they send me out. I left in front of Greg.
And didn't get past turn 1?
Like, yo, like telling him, pass me, my man. I'm out, turn 1, boom, knee down. Turn 2, right, let's go. And boom, come out 3, I got this. Oh, I see some people. Oh, I'm coming. Let's go. Oh, pass a dude. And all I see is, by turn 5, I see Greg coming around me. I'm like, oh, you're not passing me. I'm like racing the coach now. So I don't let him pass me to turn 6. I go up the gate, up Wheelie Hill, turn 6. Hit it. Boom, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom, the right, left. Boom. Come out. Once we hit the straight, all I see is Greg Then look back at me. Phil, follow me. I'm like, yo, I'm ready. I told you I was out the gate. I came flying. But I guess it wasn't fast enough because Greg now leaves me. And I'm like, don't let Greg leave you, because if he looks back, he's not gonna let you pass. So turn one, boom. We take that first left. I'm Gucci. I was like, damn, I killed that. I can't believe I made turn one like that. Oh, it's on. Turn two comes, there's two riders. Greg passed both of them on the outside. I'm like, I can't go on the outside because I know what's gonna happen to me if I go on the outside. Let me go on the inside. That's illegal passing if you pass on the inside. All this in a frame of like 2 seconds. My man, once they lean that bike over, I'm like, oh snap, I'm not gonna make it. I'm on the outside. I'm not gonna make it. And all I see is Greg look back at me like, oh no.
Bye-bye.
Bam. See ya.
You know how your mom like makes a pancake and she's like slams it? That's exactly how me and my Ducati went down, like a pancake. Bang everywhere. I see sparks everywhere because the metal of the suit on the elbows is dragging. I'm like, it's on fire. And I think I'm stuck under the bike because I feel this pressure on me. And I'm like, yo, it's on fire.
That's reality setting in. That's not a bike. That's reality kicking in.
When I look down, the bike isn't on me. It's my suit that it has an airbag, and I forgot.
Oh shit!
That's good.
That's good.
I was dying. I think everything's on fire. I'm looking around. Bikes are rolling around me. I'm like, please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. So once I get up, the bike finally stops. I'm like, yo. I start looking. I start telling the people, wait, don't hit me. Let me go to the side. And I'm running to the side, and they're like, they stopped the whole. They just stopped it because the way I got up, the way the bike was, it was bad. It was like the worst thing. So they decided to stop the whole session. I think people even hit reverse to get out. They didn't want nobody to even pass me. You know, when they come out, they're like, yo, Jose, it was your second lap.
Second lap.
I'm like, I know. I don't know what happened. I went on the outside. I thought I had the inside. But you guys keep telling me follow the rules. I could have had him on the inside. Jose, no, there's no passing on the inside. You're not ready. And I was like, I thought I was.
You know, and you know what I learned? I learned. It's funny you say that. I learned that New York safety, when you think nobody's watching you, somebody's watching. Because there's times where I've gone and, like you, right? I've been up there like 3 years, right? And I think the problem for me going in from one level to another is because I've gone on multiple bikes because I'm still trying to find the right bike. And I think the Triumph was probably like the last one I had. And I think that was probably the best bike for me, right? So now this year I'm going to have the Triumph, I'm going to have a Suzuki, and I'm going to definitely continue on this. I think that's important, having the same bike. But what I learned was that there was times where I'm like, yo, coach, man, I think I'm ready to go. Like, because last year I went more than I did the year before. I was a lot more. I was doing different weekends. And I was like, yo, I'm definitely going to get bumped. And I'm over here begging coaches like, yo, coach, man, come on, like, come follow me. And they're like, yeah, they would follow me. And then they like break out. And I'm like, and then out of nowhere, somebody just randomly comes over and was like, yo, you look good, but your foot was wrong here. You were doing this wrong. And I'm like, how the fuck did you see that? Well, as I blew by you, I saw you fucking twitching and fucking, You look like you was having the seizures going into turn 3. You know what I mean? And you didn't look like you saw all that. Yo, my man, you going twice as slow as I normally go as a coach. So yeah, I saw that shit because I can observe you. So you don't see that because you're thinking I'm going as fast as everybody else. Everything is moving so fast. But for you in novice, it's like a coach in slow motion. For a coach, it's slow motion. He can see everything as he's flying through the track and he's watching. Even Sal was like, yo, you got your feet too far up on the pegs. You know, you got to be more on the balls. Like he observed all that shit in a turn. And I'm like, damn, I'm over here thinking I'm ready. I was nowhere near ready.
Actually,
like even pictures that I see that I'm coming off the bike, dudes are like, you still got to come off the bike. Continue to come off the bike. And I'm like, what do you want me to fall off the bike? No, shift your fucking body weight. So for those people that, like me and you, that thought, I'm ready, there's people watching you to tell you you're not ready. And they talk about that shit. They actually get, you know, and not that I'm saying you have an ego, Jose, because you got a great personality. You seem like a great person. But you're like me. You're ambitious. You think, I got it. I could do it. When you go to the track, and I'm pretty sure you guys can agree to this advice, put your ego at the fucking door. Check that shit in. That machismo shit, I don't care how many niggas you killed, how many riders you blew by on the Belt Parkway, on the Garden State. I've seen motherfuckers turn 1 on the first lap. Good riders. Good riders. You know that and I know that. Turn 1 has taken out a lot of arrogant motherfuckers. Turn and they think, yeah, I could do this. And they're sending off into the fucking woods. So it's a really serious experience. I would like for you guys to tell people about that because I talk about it all the time, but maybe if they hear it from other people, they'll understand, okay, we got to take
and take it to the track.
I used to be hard-headed on the street. And then I started the track and before I went to the track, everybody told me, you know, be humble, go in there with a humble mind and just listen to your instructors. But like I said, the first event was so dope. I was so overwhelmed that I didn't even bother asking people to help me. I was like, forget it. I was deterred. I was just so excited to see everybody else, especially the mock race. That was dope. And then I went to, I think, 2 more track days after that where I actually focused and I wasn't on listen to the coaches. I think the worst thing you could do is go to the track as a street rider and think you know everything because you're gonna hurt yourself.
True.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
But it's definitely recommended. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't even know out there that the track is an option, you know? I think that's another thing too, is a lot of people I talk to, they're like, what? You can actually like take your motorcycle onto a racetrack? Like, yeah, man, like all it takes is a little bit of money and a little bit of time to get your stuff ready. And that's really all you need to do. I highly recommend to everybody that thinks that they're king of the street to take it to the track because that ego gets put in check real quick.
Yeah, and even if they don't want to bring their personal, nice, pretty bike that they're scared to drop, then rent a bike. Yeah. There's suits there. You don't have to invest on everything right away. They have everything there for you.
True.
You know?
I'll be honest. I'll be honest, and I know you guys can testify to it. When I was like, oh, this white little rich fucking silver spoon motherfucker owns this track, right? I was like, I hate white people. And this guy has given me so much shit.
But he doesn't hate white people.
To make sure.
He was just joking.
I'm just joking. Yeah, I was just joking. Greg is the owner of the track. And if I had to teach customer service to a group of people, I would use Greg as an example. He would be on the video on how to treat people and provide customer service, right? Greg, you come in, he greets everybody, he shoots the breeze. Him and his dad actually go to like every fucking tent, every pit. They say what's up, they say hello. He's giving out shirts to newcomers. First day I met Greg, got a free shirt. He gave me a bike. He was like, yo, I want you to come here often. I want you to feel at home. I went up there just to observe and check it out. I paid. And he was like, yo, take a bike. Go. Get up. You need a suit? Go. Get a suit. You know, Charlie, give him a suit. And that whole first encounter with Greg was like, even if I didn't want to come here, I would come just for the way people are. And Greg sets that tone, like, welcome, everybody's family. Like, I've gotten so good with Greg, and we talk a lot. He's very like he's not that dude that owns the track, has money, and I'm not texting. Yo, he texts everybody back. It might be a little bit later, but yo, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Always. I mean, from the moment I met him, he's made me feel so comfortable. And he's actually got a good heart because I never carry cash. I lose money every day. Yo, Greg, put it on my tab. He's like, oh, Jose, no cash, Jose. Everybody knows I walk into the gate. Oh, Jose didn't bring any money today, guys. He got no money. Have your PayPal's ready. But
PayPal's ready.
He's not that dude chasing you down like, yo, you owe me your entrance. You know what I mean? He makes you feel so comfortable. And there's nothing he won't do to make you feel welcome at his track. And that goes a long way. And that's why he's going to succeed. I wish him all the luck in the world, but he's really an amazing guy. And I know you guys could testify to that.
That's a fact. Greg is the man. The same thing when I went there. When I first went to New York Safety, I just thought I thought the same thing. I thought Greg was white. Greg is he's Russian, and
yeah.
I didn't even know that he owned the track. Like, I didn't know it was his family who owned the track or anything, because it's a family-owned track. So, and everyone works there. The dad, the brothers, the mom. The mom makes the best pulled pork sandwich.
And this coming from a Dominican.
Yeah. Yo, the barbecue pulled pork sandwich there is unbelievable. Like, every time I go there, that's what I go for. Besides the track, you know? And they just like he said, they so giving. They always there to help out. It's just a family vibe there for real. And it's funny, right? Because I write that a lot. Bike life is family. Like, you could,
sure.
Anyone who knows me on Instagram, like, whenever that's one of the things I write the most on everyone's page. Bike life is family. Because if you look at any one of our Instagram pages, we always with a group. Family is not only blood. Family is a feeling. Is something that is an emotion. It's something that controls you, because it makes you do things, and it makes you do positive things, good things. And in the bike culture, we never by ourselves, even when we think we are. Mm-hmm. Even when we think we are by ourselves on the road, somebody will pass you by on a motorcycle and throw you the deuces, wishing you peace, wishing you well, making sure that you stay up on those tools all day. And that's what family is. So it doesn't surprise me when you go to Jennings and it's a certified day, and we say that word, family. When we go to New York Safety and we say family. When we go to New Jersey and we say family. When we on the street at Bear Mountain and you say, yo, family. Because that's what bikers really represent. I don't care what type of motorcyclist you are. We are family, like, for real.
We share the road. Share the same passion.
You know, actually, that's another thing too. You talk about family, specifically with certified knee draggers events. I mean, not that this is like a big walking advertisement for certified knee draggers, but I can honestly say, like, if you're looking for that type of environment, that's the best place to get it. I've been with, actually, I've really only read with Into before. I did Into here in Jersey and down in Georgia before, and it's just not the same type of environment. Whether that's like during the day with the coaches or even after hours, there was not this cool, chill environment like I felt this past weekend in Florida with you guys. Like, as soon as the track closes down, the lights go out, that's when the people come out and they actually start, like, you know, barbecuing and drinking and just sharing stories. And I don't know if you guys saw, well, PJ, I know you saw, but on Saturday night, I actually, like, had the spotlight up under Carlos's tent. And I just had people come by and talk about their experience at the track and, like, you know, just kind of chopping it up, just shooting the shit. And it was amazing because people just kept coming by. Oh, hey, you're Josh. Hey, you're doing. Oh, you're the guy from Beyond the Apex. Hey, cool. Yeah, I'll answer some questions. was an awesome networking opportunity and just super fun. I loved it for sure.
And
Man,
people,
it's even beyond the track. Like even going to the store. Funny story. We went to the store. Coming back, we saved a turtle.
Yeah, I saved that turtle. Y'all were scared of that turtle.
How ironic! A bunch of get out.
Yo, the turtle.
This dude was like trying to like tap it on the butt a little bit, you know. And I was like, here, hold my camera. He held my camera, and he was like running away from the turtle.
The fastest turtle. The fastest turtle. My man said, "Oh, y'all going to Jennings? I'm coming in."
I'm right.
Yeah, I got that on video too, so I'm gonna be sharing that.
Listen. I see if you guys, if you see all the love, if you follow all these guys and watch their videos and pictures from Jennings, Jennings is only the tip of the iceberg on what's gonna happen May 7th and 8th. I'm telling you, Jennings was just Jennings was like, you know, when you go to the Dominican party, just the DJ and the people who hosted the party. May 7th and 8th is like that 2:30 in the morning where the fucking beers are already kicking in. The mamajuana is already tutan encendido. The grandmother's dancing with the uncle. The uncle's dancing with the chia, and the wife is there.
Slamming the dominoes.
And we got certified knee dragger dominoes too. It's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you guys, if you do not come out, if you go out to one event this year, any track event, May 7th and 8th, certified knee draggers weekend is gonna be so crazy that most people are gonna need to recover.
True.
I could guarantee you that. It's gonna be that epic.
I'm one of those. I already requested.
That's a fact. I was telling Lowe's, who's the founder of Certified Knee Draggers, I was like, if once everybody gets this, we release all our footage from Jennings, they are not gonna want to miss out when you hit New York Safety, because it was I'm telling you, it was a vibe out there in Jennings. Like I told you, I got in trouble a couple times because it was just I just thought like I was home, you know, like who runs the track over there at Jennings.
Hilarious.
He was like, Jose, you know, the motorcycles were loud. A couple people had to do the, what they call those things?
Like the decibel test, the sound test.
There was decibel test, so they had to put the muffler, the silencer,
the buff. Yeah.
The buff. So she was like, Jose, your bike is close to the limit. Jose, you're at the limit. So your bike is here, but you're here. Your bike is here, you're here. So that means you're almost out. Your bike is almost, but you're out. I'm like, I'm gonna be good. I promise. You be careful. I sent a couple people out already. You're sweetest one here out of everybody, but you're here. Yo, it was it was just like that. You know, like when your mom te da el boche. Oye, estate quieto, maldito muchacho. That's what Barbara did for me right there. She was like, and bring it back. It's time for your pill.
Bájalo, te lo bajo.
O la chaqueta en la mano.
That lady ever comes to safety, she's got to do the flag.
Guys, and that's because you was at a strict track. Imagine a track that's a little bit more laid back. Greg he's very open to all the fun as long as we respect the rules and keep it safe. If you think Jennings, like I said, if you think Jennings was fun, New York Safety is gonna be. A lot of people are gonna get in trouble. And to the ladies who watch and their mans come to the track, we don't give two flying fucks about chicks. We're not there for chicks. That's not where we go for chicks, trust me. If you find your man at the track, he's not there looking for girls. He's looking for ways to be a better rider and have great commodity. When I tell you the commodity is amazing, I never forget the first time I met Carlos. And I met Carlos because I went to his nephew's school and I saw a picture of Junior on the screen, and I was like, oh shit, all these people. I seen them at the track, and the guy goes, oh, you ride track, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, and we exchange numbers, and then I take a picture of the guy and I send it to Carlos, and I'm like, I just can't, you gotta lend me a motorcycle at the track. And we just did shit. And my first day meeting them, actually after that, I met Yummy because I went into the trailer. Hey, I'm looking for Carlos. And she's like, he's around there somewhere. Just follow the bike. There's a pink and blue bike. Just follow the bike and you'll find him. And while I was there, she's like, you want coffee? You want something to eat? And I'm like, I'm a total stranger, but sure, why not? Like, if you're going to feed me, I'm not going to. She gives me a cup of butelo and a burger. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to shit my pants in the tracksuit, but fuck it, I'm going to eat, you know? And that's how it was from the beginning. That's like the first two things she said to me. You want to eat? You hungry? Come on. I was like, damn, I'm looking for Carlos and I got food. I got to look for Carlos more often.
All the time.
Yeah, shout outs to Yummy. I'm glad she's doing good. She's recovering well. Yummy, we miss you. I can't wait to see you. You look great. I saw some pictures of you. It was really, I saw Carlos post a picture with Yummy on the bike. And when I looked at the post, I was like, yo. I was like, yo, get chula, ¿quién es esa mami? And when I looked, I was like, oh shit, it's Yummy. I called Carlos to apologize. Like, yo, my man, I saw this picture. I thought it was another girl. It was your wife. Yo, my bag. Yo, like, even the fact that I even thought of her, I was like, no, my bag, son. I didn't see her like that. Yo, it was mad. He's cracking up. And I'm like, yo, she looks amazing. Yo, shout outs to her. She actually is the glue behind Certified Knee Trackers.
She's the
I know that.
She's the boss.
Isn't that crazy that he was? And I told him this last night. I said, yo, Carlos, you made the impossible possible with this event that you just did. Because if it would have been me, I know I would have canceled the whole shit because there's no way I would have been able to deal with that situation and do this correctly. You know, make an event like this. But she would not let him cancel it, and he would himself cancel it. Yo, this guy was cooking. He was playing mom and dad in the house, playing nurse for his wife, and still put off an event where he planned it for 50 people and had 90.
Yeah.
And every person brought a +1, so you had close to 200 people at a track.
COVID friendly.
Definitely COVID friendly.
Yo, it was unbelievable. So I could just imagine now that my girl Yams is back at it. She's on her feet, running. I could just imagine what's gonna happen at New York Safety. You guys, they brought the motorcycle wash last time.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. May 7th and 8th, there's a lot of us that are gonna work with Carlos. You know, Beyond the Apex, Hustle King. He's actually leaving me in charge of the novice and the rookie riders. You know, just so that he don't have to babysit every group. The way it's gonna happen, May 7th and 8th. Carlos, I'm there. Me and Josh are there. You guys are there. We're all hands on deck. Whatever Carlos needs, we don't get paid for this. We're not getting paid for this. We're coming up there to make sure all the first-time riders, even the regular riders, have an amazing time. You don't have to look for Carlos. Carlos is gonna be all over the place. You got me. You got Josh. You got Jose. You got little Carlos.
Anyone.
There's going to be so many people there that is going to be able to walk you by. And please, you're not imposing. You're not over. We're here to help you have the most amazing experience you can possibly have. Even if I don't got to go out on the track 1 or 2 sessions to help people out, it's okay. It's going to be worth knowing that I help a group of people get better and the vibe, want to come back up. This is what we're here for. All you other agencies, all you track teams, whoever the hell you think you are, you might bring a professional, this certificate. What we about to bring to the track is no one else is going to do it. No one else. People are going to try to emulate what the fuck we doing. And I'm telling you right now, we originating this shit. Carlos put the best team he could possibly put together. We're going to make a fucking movie out of this shit, May 7th and 8th. I'm going to guarantee you that. or I'll fucking burn my bike in front of everybody on the track. It's gonna be serious because I know the last time I was up there.
Greg will let you burn it out there.
Yeah, I know he would. He'd be like, yo,
Yo.
start the campfire, set up the jigsaw on fire.
But before you burn it, you gotta say what Barbara would say: sand it safely. Sand it safely.
Yeah, those country folk, there was something down there for real.
Yo, Barbara's the best. Safely.
Yeah, she gotta do the flags. You gotta sand it safely.
Well, Josh, all right, man, it's that time. Let's get around the table.
Yeah. All right, so fellas, it's past the time we usually close out this show. I know we all got things to do, homework to do, food to eat, families to take care of. So let's go around the room real quick. Shout out the people at home. Shout out anybody else you want to, and just say goodbye to the people at home. Basically, PJ, start with you.
Shout out to, first of all, I'm gonna go shout out my girl. Yo, she's been there since day one, and she deals with a lot of the bullshit, the headaches, especially when my bike is giving me a headache. So thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you to all the coaches, instructors that have helped me out. Everybody else, when you are a first timer, please don't be afraid to ask these people for help. That's what they're there for. They're going to show you everything they know, and you're going to enjoy your time. I hope everybody has a good night. Stay safe. And please, maintenance, tire pressure, safety gear. If you're riding on the street, don't get caught lacking because you will have a lot of road rash.
Truth. Hey, thanks for that, man. We appreciate you being here with us.
Alrighty.
Hey, track stars. Jose, what you got, man?
Man, first off, I want to give a big shout out to my man Los. Again, I know we mentioned his name a lot tonight, but this weekend was unbelievable, and I'm so grateful to him and his whole team for putting such an amazing event together. M44, which is now certified transportation. Shout out to him for transporting so many bikes to the track and making it possible for us to actually ride out in Jennings. A lot of first timers out there, and just also thank my wife because she's always my ride or die. She's always there, helping me get through this and supporting my insane habit, which is this bike life. But we need a lot more women definitely involved and supporting their men or riding out there with us. I want to shout out one girl that was out there at Jennings. Her name is Jixer Britt. This girl was smoking us all out there, and she's an amazing talent. And I always say on Instagram and on all social media, we need more females representing the sport because that's the only way this sport grows and it makes it more economical for everybody. We need you girls representing out there. We need y'all to inspire the youth, the younger girls coming out, and even inspire these men. Me this weekend to go hard and get better because she was an unbelievable, fearless, and super talented. So that's gonna be my main shout out there.
Hey, thanks, man. And like I said, we really appreciate you being here. I know it was kind of last minute. I hit you up. Everybody's probably tired right now. Everybody's trying to probably go to sleep and just recover from this weekend. But I appreciate you being here.
Always.
Hey, Butter, man. What else we got going on this week? Anything special, or we just ride until next week?
So there's gonna be a run Sunday morning. Look up my Instagram. It might be a nice cruiser run to Philly for cheesesteaks. So if anybody's interested, yeah, definitely just check out the Instagram. Sunday is gonna be a nice day. So anybody want to come out and get some cheesesteaks, hit me up, DM me. You already know. Just look out for the meetup time and meetup places. I just want to take the time out to send my condolences to one of my members. A grandmother passed away this morning. Yasin and Eric Jimenez, they're my Staten Island chapter. The grandmother passed away, so I want to send my condolences to Yasin and her husband on the passing of their family members. Our condolences from Beyond the Apex. I got shout outs to City. It was his birthday. Obviously, he was with you guys at Jennings celebrating his birthday. I think that's an awesome gift when you can go out and ride out with your friends and have a great time. And as usual, our sponsors: Mike's Pro Lid, Prospect Power Sports, Cotton Hustle, Certified Knee Draggers. We got some. So we're gonna have a new sponsor on the show. I think, Josh, when are we bringing in the BNN Network? I know we're gonna be bringing in the BN Network as part of the show.
So anybody that's checked out this episode, Bill's the biker chef. He's actually the kind of like the man behind the Biker News Network, and we're gonna start working out a deal with him, or working out some episodes with him where he comes on the show and actually, gives us some knowledge from the Biker News Network. I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah, it's gonna be like up to date. It's gonna be like up to date Biker Network news. Is gonna be just giving us like a CNN type version. He'll be doing break-in. He'll be bringing in some last minute or just new information that people don't know that we didn't know about. So he's gonna be doing that. So that's gonna be pretty dope. Also, want to give a shout out to Street Kings MCs for checking out the show. They're actually one of the people that were in the EMS house that I went up to take care of. We have April 27th, Hustle Kings is going to be our 50th anniversary. We're going to have vendors from all over.
You said 27th? This is 17th, right?
17th, that's what I said.
I think you said 27th just then.
Listen, Linda. So yeah, April 17th, we're going to have our 50th anniversary. We already have tons of vendors going to be there. Karma Girls is going to be vending. Beyond the Apex will have gear there. Yep. Certified Knee Draggers will be having gear there. I need to just confirm Freedom Blocks. They'll be having gear there. We're also going to have 2 food vendors. Karma Girl is going to bring her food vending. We're waiting on a second approval for another food vendor. We'll be providing hot dogs and franks and stuff like that and little foods. The event, if you want to come to the event, you want to be a vendor, just DM me on my Instagram. We have a couple of people in the works right now working with Parts Unlimited, who owns Icon. It's probably going to come and provide some testing facility stuff like helmets, gloves, armors. We're working out those details with them as well. We're working on insurance companies. We have an insurance company. Guys, if you don't have bike insurance or you're paying way too much for bike insurance, hit me up. I got a guy who specializes in bike insurance. There's tons of people in the circuit that have used him, that have called me and was like, yo, this dude has saved me hundreds of dollars on my annual policy. So, just hit me up, man. I have the plug everywhere for just about everything. And that's about it, man.
All right. That's what's up. And that was actually really informative, I think, especially for the people that haven't been to Jennings, haven't experienced that track life before too. But I know we said it 1,000 times tonight, but seriously, Certified Knee Draggers events, they're just totally unique. It's always a blast. You guys need to get involved, get out there and actually participate and just experience it for yourself if you haven't already. I also want to give a special shout out to my girl Chachi. She was running the ladies' night last week. For those that watched, she's actually going to try and work with Kristen in the future to actually do a regular ladies' night, maybe a monthly thing or something. So shout out to her. She was also out there at Jennings with me, having a blast, taking pictures, meeting people, networking, doing that thing, and just being a part of the family too. So I felt the love. It was great. It was a great experience. So other than that,
yeah, so cute.
Yo,
he was wearing her shirt. She was wearing his. They were feeding each other.
Hey! I can talk about you two over there taking like model shots on your bike and whatnot. Yeah.
Hold on. So this is a plug for my last sponsor. Shout outs to Sunset Tattoo. I'm gonna send Josh. Listen, you're gonna put it on my tab. Josh is gonna tattoo Chachi on his chest. I love you, Chachi. So I'm gonna pay for that. Sunset Tattoo is gonna do the tattoo. We're gonna film it live.
Put that on the show. I will promote that day. We will promote the show that day.
We're gonna film the show from Sunset Tattoo Studio here in Sunset Park with JR, the tattoo artist, tattooing Josh.
Lord.
And he's gonna put
Yes,
I
live.
love you, Chachi. I love you.
Hear this, baby?
Oh,
Baby, you hear what I gotta deal with? Lord.
Oh, no. I love you.
Yo, the whole thing. Yo, it's fucked up because in the midst of all those people, you saw all that love attention, right? You saw it live.
Me and my girl, we got into a fight because she was like,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do all that.
What I do is when I look at you, I want to kill you. You know?
Yo, let me ask you a question. Were they picking each other's boogies too?
No,
Yo, it was close. It was close.
We saved that.
It was
And
close.
that's when you know you really seriously in love.
Nah.
She's like, you got a little boogie there. They picking for you, baby. I got you.
Y'all ridiculous. All right, we gonna get out of here. We gonna get out of here now. Shoot.
Stand up in the show when he had the shirt on. He made him stand up on the show and show everybody his shirt.
I'm proud.
All right, man.
I'm
I
proud
wish
of it.
everybody.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, that's all we got for tonight, folks. Thanks for joining in. Everybody that shouted us out in the chat, we really appreciate y'all joining in. Please, if you haven't already, down below the video, there's a little subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification icon. Come back. Check us out every week. We do this Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Beyond the Apex. Motorcycle everything and then some. And as I always say, leave this world better than you found it. Peace.